in this video we are playing Find the Hidden Chips. So we're starting off around the spawn area. And coming into this game, why am I a TV? And like an old-fashioned TV at that, like box TVs were the rage in the 90s. I had one very similar to this in my bedroom. And when you're not walking, it sits down and kind of just wiggles its legs around. I don't know. It's really good. It's really funny. I mean, I've not been morphed into something like this for a Find the game. But it doesn't really go with chips. Like, I would be thinking kind of an empty crisp packet, or I don't know, someone who really likes crisps. But we will go with it. It is bringing a little bit of humour. So we are just making our way around the kind of campfire area now. The map is quite simple, but it works. And again, very similar to the other Find the Chips, we do have the hand-drawn index. I would love to see what it would be like with sort of AI realistic crisp packet, because we don't call them chips, we call them crisps. And then kind of the flavour and see what it would come out with. So walking down the map from the campsite, and we are going ahead to get money. And we are looking for a gift card on the floor. And here it is, and of course, what other gift card is it going to be? It is going to be Roblox. Nice and easy. If you do get stuck with any of the chips, please do drop me a comment, or I do have an order list available in my video description with some timestamps for you. And if I can ask, if you do enjoy this video or any other from JudgementTV, if you can please help to support me by liking this video, drop me a comment, hitting that subscribe button, and of course coming back to see some more of my videos. Thank you so much. Now there is another one in this area, but we are going to go ahead and get taco and baguette. So a word of warning for you. If you haven't got the items, so there's loads of little side quests in this game where it needs like a ham or a mushroom or here chicken powder. If you click use it and you haven't got the item, for me it didn't come back up. When I got the item, came back to the cauldron, it would not allow me to use it. So I had to then leave the game, pick the item up again and go back. So only click use it when you've got the item it needs. So nice and easy for taco in the bowl next to the cauldron. And now we are making our way round for baguettes. See, all this practice on Roblox, I'm getting like an obby pro, and even like I'm sat down and I'm moving, I'm still doing it. I wonder what bread flavoured crisps would taste like. I will cover chocolate and chicken. They are later in the video with their own timestamp in the order list. So carrying on down the map. And we find Pixel. What is this ring over my head? So it suddenly appeared and everybody had a ring, and I don't understand what it was for. If you can drop me a comment what that was, I'd be really interested if you know. So we stumbled across this rat with a door, so you need to go ahead and click on the door to get teleported through. And I'm getting flashbacks of the cheese maze being in here. So we can see down the bottom we have, it says fromage, so they've actually spelled the index wrong, and that should be the same as on the packet of fromage, which is cheese in French, which is quite funny because they've also got cheese chips, so it's identical chips. Really easy, just walk straight over these and we can get paprika. We've also found the item of the ham. So again, in my order list, when I have found the various different items, I have labelled them item and what it is, so you can find the right time frame in my video. We've also found this ski mask. Moving on to spicy now. We will come back to do the anthill, so you do need the shovel, but we need to go into desert, so I will come back to do that. But we find spicy hanging off the edge of the map. Moving on to expired vinegar and bird. So again, coming back from spawn, we got some rotten expired potato chips. Vinegar is nice and easy in the bush, although like that has to be salt and vinegar. I don't think I could eat just vinegar chips. Although there are fish and chips, so you could have fish and chips, salt and vinegar all on the same, like a mix in your mouth. That would be absolutely awesome. Burn chips, so they've obviously set themselves on fire somehow and has jumped in the water to cool off and put the fire out, and they have burned chips. And then making our way up the waterfall, we will find watermelon. That'll be the next big thing to be freeze dried. Like, my TikTok is full of freeze dried vegetables and fruit and sweets. So fish is nice and easy in the pool, and empty is just by the side. I love the kind of empty rip in the middle, but who opens crisps like that? So these four are all round the shop. So we have no print. Again, don't click put the cheese if you don't have the cheese. It won't come back up again. Again, I always say I'd love to have some produce on the shelves just to really make it feel like a shop, and that kind of finishing finesse to this. And I don't know why you've got, is it Sigma, I think they call that, the skibbity toilet on the computer screen. That is really random. So remember the ski mask outside of the robot building. We can take that back to the back of the store, and he puts it on. I absolutely love that. We've just basically equipped a robber there to go in and disguise themselves to rob the shop. So I don't think I really want to be doing that. So we are making our way into the desert map. Again, it's reasonably simple. It's jam-packed, full of cacti. So making our way up this hill here, and we can see that we've found an item, and this is the bone. Again, I love that they've added the skeletons in order to find the bone. And we also pick up sand chips. Moving on to the shovel and bone crisps. So remember the bone that we've just picked up, so you will need that here, and then we dig with that in order to find the shovel, and this is the shovel you would need for the anthill. And then just by it we will find the pink packet for bone. I mean, no, that's just not something you would ever like contemplate eating, is it? So down from the weird naked guy that doesn't have any clothes in the desert, we have cactus, and we also have avocado. They're really close together, to be honest. Like, I would have put one sort of sitting on top of the cactus flat, and it might just be that little bit of extra kind of challenge to find it. Making our way into sort of the middle of the map now, and we have sour cream. And then on top of the pyramid we will find nacho. So fish and chips. Using the mushroom that sends us up, you will find fish on top of this tree. So we just need to collect it and then take it back to spawn. I don't think I would ever, I like fish and chips, but I don't think I would ever eat them as crisps. Onto chocolate and then onion. So back at the obby, and where the taco, the meatball face, if we click the billboard, we get taken up to the level on the robot building where choco chips are. And we also find the onion. On the wall you will also see part of the code for cursed. And then as we've collected the item, we've got to go back and speak to the naked dude. I wish I was taking them some clothes, because it's just really weird they've got no clothes on and they're just sat there. I mean, I know the desert's hot, but you still need to keep your decency. And here we can see the onion, the item that it's asking for. And there we go, we have onion chips. So climbing the waterfall where we found burned, we can collect the blue mushroom. And then going back into the cheese house. And the item of the cheese is there spinning away on top of this platform. So for cheese, we need to go back to the shop. And we need to put it back on no print, there we go. And this converts to cheese chips. And then dropping down here to the balloon poodle, whatever it is, giving it the mushroom, we get pizza chips. Onto ants and bots, we also find the hammer. So going through the kind of mouse hole, you actually see this Mr. Crackers, which is this toad that helps you. And the toad will give you the code forwarded in the anthill for bots. I love how they say it's Mr. Crackers with a question mark. So again, for the anthill you need to go to the desert first, get the bone, get the shovel as I've already showed you. Clicking on the item around the anthill, and we can drop down. And we find ant chips. No, that just reminds me too much of sort of like the insects, and I can imagine like there being like an odd feeler or a leg or no. And we've got the hammer, and luckily you just literally hit the door here to destroy it. And we find the code door for bots. What we also have is another section of the code for cursed. And the code we need to enter as per Mr. Crackers is 9482. I'd be so annoyed if he trolled me and gave me the wrong code. Onto chicken. So the clue says 90 degrees from spawn, so I did actually have to go, I think this was like my third 90 degree from spawn. And out in the sky you can see that little dark block. I knew I was on the right path now. And we get teleported through to collect the chicken powder. We also find another section of the cursed code. And here's where we have to take it back to the cow with the cauldron. and we get chicken. So for mango, there is a secret entrance into the pyramid. So this is where you get the healing potion, as well as where you go in to get cursed. So you'll see a slight sort of raised bit on this side of the pyramid. You just need to go ahead and click, and this will teleport you through. And you have this green vial, which is the healing potion. So again, looking in your inventory, you can see that you've collected it. And then we need to go back to the campsite where the tree stumps are. And we are going to heal just one of the trees, unfortunately. They don't all grow back. And we can get mango chips. So cursed, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I've got so far with it. So you have this code on the wall, and I have found all the numbers that relate to this code. So it's 713. You've got the clear buttons either side, but I don't know what you do with it. There's no code box. I've clicked around all on the wall. I've even found this. So if you go to this flower bed and click on the white glowing block, you come into this teleport. And again, we meet Mr. Crackers. God knows why they called him that. So they're saying around the one around the sacred door, which is obviously the cursed one. So yes, I want to find them. And the code is 1713. So I've already found 3 of those numbers anyway. But I don't know how to put the code in or how it works. If you know, please do drop it in my comments, because I'd love to know what I'm doing wrong. And then for Cloud, again, I know how to collect it, but I can't reach it. So I have noticed in the shop that you can get speed boots. So I'm assuming that this is what you have to purchase in order to get over to the Cloud. But I have tried and tried and tried, and you cannot make it from the mushroom over to that Cloud. It's just impossible. But there we have it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you real soon in my next video.